Hello guys and welcome to today's video. In today's video we're going to be going over my process of how I get my 35mm film negatives to be able to be on my phone so I can post it to Instagram and any other social medias thanks to this bad boy right here. So let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. Alright guys, so the first thing that I like to do before handling my film is I like to go ahead and put on some protective gloves. This is just so I don't get any fingerprints or anything like that on the film when I'm taking it out of its little plastic casing and then putting it into the scanner, just to make sure that the photos look just like they did coming out of the camera and they aren't any little dust or little artifacts that aren't supposed to be there. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on and then we'll go into the next steps of this tutorial. Alright, so once I've got my gloves on, I actually like to go ahead and look at the negatives, what I've been given back from the photo shop that I go to. So I'm going to just check and put them up to the light to see which ones I want to go ahead and scan first. So I've gone ahead and selected the first two negative strips that I want to scan, as this scanner, the Epson V550, can only hold 2 slots of negative strips. So we're going to go ahead and use these. I'm going to go ahead and dust these down now and take them out of the strips. But before that, we want to go ahead and clean our scanner. So in opening the Epson V550, we want to go ahead and remove the protective casing from the top of it, just to reveal the top scanner so we can actually get into this. And then this thing right here is what the film is going to be inserted into. This opens up so you can actually keep it secure. That is what we will be putting the film in. We're just going to go ahead and clean the scanner now to get any dust or hair that might be on it. You can use a camera cloth to get anything else off of it. And it looks pretty good to me. This again, with all the stuff that I have here, including the air puffer, the scanner itself, the cloth and the gloves and all that, will be linked in the description down below. So if you guys haven't actually done this before, you guys can start getting into it and saving money on your scanning, because this saves tons of money when it comes to getting your photos scanned. So the scanner actually looks really clean now. We're going to go ahead and get our film into this little casing right here. We're just going to get the dust, any dust that's off that. So now, figuring out which way your film goes in is a little bit tricky too, so you're not scanning your negatives the wrong way. You want to just put it up to the light, and basically the Fuji or whatever type of film that you're using, Kodak, Fuji, anything like that, when you put it up, it should just read backwards. So you want to put it in backwards. So we got our first strip in there. I'm going to go ahead and take the second strip out. There's no fingerprints or anything, which is perfect. The film is looking good. So now we want to go and put this thing to just lock the film in place so it doesn't move around while we're scanning. And then I just like to do this as an extra just to make sure. Go ahead and give the film a little scan now it's out of the plastic, and then we can go ahead and place it in. So once you guys have gone ahead and actually got the 2 negative strips all in there clean and it's looking good, we can go ahead and close the scanner. And this is when we're going to go ahead and load up the actual Epson scanning software. So go ahead and plug in your Epson to your computer and I'll see you guys on the software. So for the first step, you guys want to go ahead and open up your Epson scanning software. So the feature that I use is professional, so you can go fully manual on the scanner and have complete control over how you want to adjust your image. So then we obviously want to select film, as we're using film. The next options we have here is for if you're using different types of film. So for mine, I'm going to select color, obviously, but if you're using black and white, you can also select that here too. Then we can go down to the next 2 settings where I pick 24-bit color, and then I also pick 2400 DPI for the resolution. And then I go ahead and switch off the unsharp max and turn on digital ice technology, and then hit preview. Now let this preview load up. Now this is in thumbnail mode here, but I go into normal just to get it to the place where we can adjust the images. So hit normal and start to drag a box over the first image. Now to make this easy, so you don't have to do this each photo, you can go ahead and hit this button here and then place a copy of the box you've already made over each of the images. Now we can rotate the rolls to look at the first image correctly to start the first scan. So go ahead and hit zoom on the first image once it's the correct way up, and then we can see the first frame. Now that we can see the first frame in full, we can go ahead and adjust the box here to the size properly. Now once we've gone ahead and adjusted it to size properly to the image, go ahead and switch off unsharp mask and turn on digital ice technology, and we can also see how backlight correction looks. Now I like to adjust my image with these settings here. So I'm going to adjust my image now to how I like it. We can also look at the curves, and I like to use these as they're very accurate and specific to the changes that you want to make to your image. Now once you've made your image look all good and you're happy with it, we can go ahead and hit OK. And now let's go ahead and create a folder that the scans are going to be scanned into. Now once we've gone ahead and created our folder, we can go ahead and hit scan and select the correct folder that the scans are going to go into and hit OK. Now just wait for the progress to complete. Once the progress is all done, we can go ahead and look at our first scanned image. So now we can go ahead and do this all over again. So press full and then hit delete on your keyboard to deselect the frame that you just scanned. Now press zoom on the next image that should automatically come up in the roll and adjust the border of the frame, and repeat these steps all over again for this frame and the rest of the roll. Congrats you guys on finishing your first scan and your first roll. Now let's go ahead and head back to the scanner. So guys, once you've finished scanning your first couple rolls, we can go ahead and open up the scanner again and just remove the casing which the film is in and start to take out each strip. Now, what I like to do to keep these things nice and to just make sure that nothing happens to them, so if you ever want to scan them again or you lose the scanned images, it's just easy to get back to it, is I like to pick up some of these binder negative holders. These are on Amazon. You can get like 50 for 15 bucks, and it just keeps your negatives really, really organized. And so basically this is how the negative sits in the binder sheet, and then you can go ahead and get yourself a binder and start naming them and dating each strip and just creating a crazy collection of all your film memories. So we're gonna go ahead and just get rid of this one too and clear up the scanner to be able to put into other strips and go ahead and start this process basically all over again until the roll is finished. Now another main thing that I love about scanning my film, not just because it does save me money, is because I actually love spending the time looking at each of the images before it is actually saved to my computer and then gone to my phone. Instead of just receiving them or going on my DSLR and just taking 200, I'm looking at the select 24 to 36 images that I have from my negatives, and then selecting which ones I want to post, which ones look good, which ones I just want to save for memories. And that's one thing that I really do love about film, is the memory factor of it and how these memories and little frames of life are captured on these little strips of film. So I hope this video has helped you guys in learning how I do get my film onto my phone and then onto my Instagram, and has inspired you guys to actually go ahead and maybe even purchase one of these for yourself to get into doing this scanning type stuff. I really do encourage it if you are already shooting film and you are paying for scans, as it will save you a lot of money, like I have said constantly. So go ahead and do make the investment to get one of these. It's really fun, and if you're shooting film already, I mean, you're already into all this stuff, so you're gonna love this thing. Now, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button and leave a comment in the comment section down below. And if you are new around here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more tutorials and other camera videos coming like this, and I'll see you guys next time.